Sometimes it seems as if the cosmos itself is conspiring to bring two individuals together, meant for them to discover one another. This is the enchantment behind some of the most famous romances in Hollywood. These couples have remained resilient despite the highs and lows of celebrity, defying expectations and demonstrating that genuine love can thrive in the limelight. Are you prepared to delve into tales of love that were destined to be? Take a peek at these famous couples that were really meant to be together forever. Caitlyn Jenner, Sophia Hutchins. American media figure Caitlyn Jenner is well known for her relationships with the Kardashian family. She did, however, come to prominence in 1976 as a gold medal-winning decathlete, and while she kept her romantic life private, her connection with Sophia Hutchins is well known. When Sophia and Caitlyn first crossed paths in 2015, they were close right away. In 2018, Sophia disclosed that they were dating. They became business partners, shared a Malibu apartment, and were often seen together in public. It seems like Caitlyn has finally calmed down and is clearly happier and more satisfied. Dana Perino, Peter McMahon. Since 1998, Dana Perino and Fox News anchor Peter McMahon have been wed. Their story is a romance book that comes true, and even though they are not the same age, their relationship has endured for almost 20 years. They first connected on a trip from Denver to Chicago in 1997, and they were off and running. In 1998, they eloped and were married in a private ceremony in England. A few weeks later, they announced their union to their relatives after returning from their honeymoon in Santorini. The couple did not have children together, but they did have a dog called Jasper, who tragically passed away in 2021. Harris Faulkner, Tony Berlin. Renowned Fox News anchor Harris Faulkner is best known for presenting the shows Outnumbered and Outnumbered Overtime. After graduating from the University of California, she started her career as a writer in Los Angeles. She traveled for her profession, meeting people in Minneapolis, Kansas City, North Carolina, and other locations, including her future husband. In 2001, Faulkner and Tony Berlin began dating after connecting via mutual acquaintances. About a year after they began dating, on March 12, 2003, in Rio Rico, Arizona, the couple announced their engagement and were married. Early in 2021, Faulkner made her television debut with The Faulkner Focus. Greg Gutfeld, Elina Musa. TV anchor Greg Gutfeld is as American as they come. He was born in San Mateo, California, and gained popularity via his appearances on Fox News Channel. Nevertheless, it was when he was employed in the UK that he fell in love and was married in 2004 to Russian picture editor Elina Musa. After living in London for 3 years, Gutfeld and Musa relocated to New York City and have been together ever since. As of yet, they don't have any children. In 2022, Gutfeld will still be quite busy presenting his popular program, Gutfeld. Robin Roberts, Amber Lane. A blind date was arranged for Good Morning American anchor Robin Roberts in 2005. Hello Magazine claims that despite her attempts to cancel, she attended. She is still in a relationship with that individual over 15 years later. We are speaking about Amber Lane, a co-founder of Plant Juice Oils and a massage therapist. They have triumphed over Robert's myelodysplastic syndrome therapies together. She also received strength from Lang to come out at some point, which she accomplished in 2013. They now reside in Connecticut and live with their dog. In 2021, Robin made another appearance in an episode of The Rookie. Pat Sajak, Leslie Brown. Following 40 years of presenting Wheel of Fortune, Pat Sajak has become an international celebrity. For the most part, he has his wife, Leslie Brown, at his side. At a sports bar in 1988, Brown, who is 18 years younger than the daytime Emmy-winning host, met Sajak. According to Closer Weekly, the couple was married in 1989 after a year of courtship. The couple is still happily married after 30 years and 2 kids, and they have been seen together at many red carpet events throughout the years. Fans may anticipate seeing the 74-year-old for at least 2 more seasons as his Wheel of Fortune contract is slated to expire in 2022. Savannah Guthrie, Michael Feldman. Even though Savannah Guthrie is regarded as a well-known journalist today, her ascent to prominence was not rapid. The news anchor has over 30 years of experience in the field. She began her career in the field in Missouri before relocating to Arizona, Washington, D.C., and finally securing a job at Today in 2011. Guthrie and Michael Feldman have a happy marriage. Guthrie and Feldman met for the first time in 2008 during Guthrie's birthday celebration. The two began dating shortly after Guthrie's divorce, and by 2013, they were engaged. The pair, who were married in front of close friends and family in 2014, are now parents to 2 kids. Brian Williams, Jane Stoddard Williams. Brian Williams of MSNBC and his spouse have dedicated their lives to the media profession. Since 1986, the presenter of The 11th Hour with Brian Williams has been wed to freelance producer and journalist Jane Stoddard. The First Presbyterian Church of New Canaan in Connecticut served as their wedding venue. Stoddard and Williams are parents of 2 kids. Allison, their daughter, is most recognized for her role in HBO's Girls and has gone on to become an actress and singer. In the meanwhile, Doug, their son, hosts Geico Sports Night on a New York local sports channel. The lead anchor of MSNBC covered the 2020 U.S. presidential election. Chuck Todd, Kristen Todd. Chuck Todd and his spouse, Kristen, are prominent figures in politics. Chuck is the presenter of the well-liked MSNBC program Meet the Press, but Kristen began her career in politics in 1992 as a legislative assistant to former Florida House Speaker Bo Johnson. She co-founded Maverick Strategies and Mail and serves as an adjunct professor at Columbia University's School of International and Public Affairs. A journalist by trade, Chuck has moderated debates between presidential contenders. In the early 2000s, the two met at a charity function, and they have been married since 2001. Harrison and Margaret are raised by them. Tamron Hall, Steve Griner. Tamron Hall is a veteran of over 3 decades in the broadcast profession. She went on to become an award-winning author, TV personality, journalist, and philanthropist. She has maintained a low profile when it comes to her personal life, especially when it comes to anything concerning her husband, Steve Griner. According to reports, Tamron began dating Griner in February 2017 after her departure from The Today Show. Griner is a music executive and the head of music talent. In the summer of 2009, Hall made reference to their 4-year relationship history while serving as a guest co-host on Live with Kelly and Ryan. Moses was their first child, born in April of the same year they were married. Nancy Cortez, Harold Cortez. Nancy Cortez is quite discreet about her personal life, despite being a well-known face on television. She is a well-known congressional reporter for CBS News. She often appears on every show produced by CBS News. She has worked for ABC News, as well as WJLA-TV and KHNL. Harold Cortez, on the other hand, is aware of her as a loving mother and wife to their 2 children. In 2006, Nancy and Harold ultimately got married after 3 years of courtship. Even if they may rather keep their personal affairs hidden from prying eyes, we often see them together on occasion. Natalie Morales, Joseph Rhodes. Throughout her almost 30-year career in the media, Natalie has had jobs at a number of prominent networks. She now lives in Los Angeles and works as a contributor to 48 Hours as a journalist for CBS News. She anchors The Talk and serves as its moderator with Cheryl Underwood and Jerry O'Connell. When Morales isn't working, she likes to spend time with her family, which includes her husband, Joseph Rhodes, and their kids. She and Rhodes were married in 1998 and are now delighted parents of 2 kids. The couple's 2 kids, Luke Hudson Rhodes in 2008 and Joseph Stockton Rhodes in 2004, were born first. Don Lemon, Tim Malone. Since joining CNN in 2006, Emmy Award-winning journalist Don Lemon has been providing us with news updates. According to the Oprah magazine, Tim Malone, a real estate agent and journalist from Baton Rouge, proposed in April 2019 after 3 years of dating. Despite being separated by 18 years, Lemon and Malone enjoy posting pictures of their lives on Instagram. Barkley, Boomer, and Gus, their 3 dogs, are often seen traveling everywhere with them. The soon-to-be newlyweds gave a stunning wreath to the Lighting of the Vines charity auction in December 2020. The Bridgehampton Child Care and Recreational Center will benefit from the revenues. Christy McNichol, Marty Allen. Before the public learned of their relationship, Christy McNichol of Empty Nest and Marty Allen had been having an affair for around 20 years. In 2012, McNichol disclosed that she was a married lesbian. The contented pair leads a very quiet existence, which might account for the paucity of information about Allen's present line of work. McNichol last appeared on screen in the 1998 television series Invasion America. She formally retired in 2001. After exiting the entertainment business, the Black Sunday actress taught acting at a private school in Los Angeles for a while. Katherine Bell, Brooke Daniels. Katherine Bell and Adam Beeson were blissfully married from 1994 to 2011, during which time they had 2 children. However, they broke up that year, and Bell moved in with her companion, Brooke Daniels, in 2012. It is said that they have been living together in Bell's $2.05 million Hidden Hills home ever since. Indeed, Daniels is in charge of the photography for the jewelry business that Bell and Daniels founded together, Katherine Bell Jewelry. In the television series The Good Witch, Katherine has been playing Cassie Nightingale since 2015. She has amassed a $15 million fortune in acting so far. Anderson Cooper, Benjamin Massani. One of the most respected journalists in the industry, Anderson Cooper, is well known to you because of his anchoring of the Anderson Cooper 360 program on CNN. The journalist's love life has been under media scrutiny since he publicly came out as homosexual in 2012, with many people asking whether he is seeing anybody. Cooper dated Benjamin Massani for 11 years until they mutually decided to end their relationship in 2018. Nevertheless, the couple continues to communicate and co-parent their kid despite their separation, and we hope that they will soon reunite and start a family again. Britney Griner, Sherelle Griner. In 2023, Britney Griner is one of Time's most important figures. She won 2 gold medals in the Olympics while playing for the U.S. women's national basketball team, which is mostly to blame for this. She is in a romantic relationship with Sherelle Griner outside of the courtroom. The history of the couple dates back to their college years at Baylor University. They didn't start dating until years later, however, so when they were married in June 2019, everyone was taken aback. The pair has been contentedly documenting their journey on social media. Britney once shared how she was astounded by Sherelle's beauty on their first meeting. Cherry Jones, Sophie Huber. Cherry Jones said in her 2020 interview with Closer Weekly that she had known Sophie Huber for years prior to the couple even discussing marriage. They first got to know one another when Huber moved in next door to Jones's Los Angeles condo. Before the relationship became amorous, they were friends for many years. They have been lawfully wed since 2015. Since then, Cherry has had great success in the acting world, starring in shows like Defending Jacob and Transparent. We're excited to see her on The Eyes of Tammy Faye in 2021. Given that she is 64 years old, Sophie is 14 years younger than she. Sarah Paulson, Holland Taylor. The Insider claims that Sarah Paulson first met Holland Taylor in the early 2000s. Paulson hadn't yet had her big break at the time. That would be American Horror Story, where she now plays a role. However, by 2015, they had reunited on Twitter. Since then, they have been living together, sharing their life via adorable social media postings and red carpet appearances. After beginning work on Ratched in 2020 and American Crime Story in 2017, Paulson has been busier than ever. Taylor will appear in the upcoming television show, The Chair. Oprah Winfrey, Stedman Graham. Oprah Winfrey, also known as the Queen of the Media, has been in relationships even though she has never been married. She feels that even though the majority of them were bad experiences, they helped to mold her into the person she is today. She has only been in good relationships as a result of this. The individual behind these favorable relationships is businessman Stedman Graham. She and Graham began dating in 1986, shortly after she launched her long-running Oprah Winfrey Show. Despite being engaged since 1992, they have not exhibited many indications of getting married. Oprah recently lent her voice to the Between the World and Me adaptation. John Dickerson and McKeon. John Dickerson of CBS News is regarded as a valuable member of the network. He began working for CBS News in 2018 as a contributor and analyst. In 2019, he was elevated to senior political analyst, and by May 2021, he was the network's chief political analyst. Dickerson is a brilliant example of what can be achieved in journalism with perseverance and hard effort. As his career advanced, his wife, Ann McKeon, was by his side. They have been in love for more than 30 years. They are a long-term couple who fell in love while attending college and have been blissfully married since 1995. Lester Holt, Carol Hagan. Lester Holt hosts NBC Nightly News and Dateline NBC throughout the week, although Nightly News is where he is most recognized for his work. He made history as the first African-American man to headline a nighttime newscast on a major network. He has tremendous success in all spheres of his life with his wife, Carol Hagan, a wealthy entrepreneur and real estate agent. Since their May 1982 wedding, Holt and Hagan have become parents to two boys, Cameron and Stefan. Sources claim that the two first crossed paths in 1980 when he was a student at California State University and she worked as a flight attendant. Andrea Mitchell, Alan Greenspan. For more than 2 decades, NBC veteran journalist Andrea Mitchell has been wed to economist Alan Greenspan. They became together in 1983 when she did a story interview with him. She was a White House journalist at the time of this incident. The pair were married in the inn at Little Washington in 1997 in a modest private ceremony. For a variety of companies, Greenspan offers private advising and consultancy services. He took over as chairman of the Federal Reserve in 1987, succeeding Paul Volcker, and served in that capacity for the next 5 years. Despite Mitchell's history of marriage and divorce, her union with Greenspan is solid and continues to develop stronger with time. Nancy McKeon, Mark Andrus. Actress Nancy McKeon married Mark Andrus 8 years after they first crossed paths on the shooting of the Hallmark film A Mother's Gift. Andrus worked as a film technician behind the scenes throughout the 1995 filming of the movie, yet despite this, they managed to catch sight of one another. Following that, their love flourished and has remained strong for many decades. The couple now has 2 daughters, born in 2004 and 2006, and as part of their intention to raise their children away from the limelight, they all reside together on a ranch near Austin, Texas. Sean Murray, Kerry James. Actor Sean Murray from the United States was cast in famous shows such as Jag and Hocus Pocus. He is undoubtedly well known to the majority of people, however, because of his role on NCIS, Naval Criminal Investigative Service. He played Special Agent Timothy McGee in an astounding 399 episodes of the show as of 2021. The show has been airing non-stop since 2003. Murray's love life is going strong and steady, much like his career. He has been wed to teacher Kerry James since 2005. Together, the couple has a boy born in 2010 and a daughter born in 2007. Michael J. Fox, Tracy Pollan. Michael J. Fox and Tracy Pollan started a chain reaction when they first met on the set of the popular television series Family Ties, which led to them ultimately forming their own little families. Only when they reunited while filming Bright Lights, Big City will these familial relationships begin. In July 1988, they ultimately tied the knot and went on to have 4 kids together. Fox went on to produce the Back to the Future films, among other films, whereas Pollan focused mostly on TV movies. In 2019, he had a brief appearance in the film See You Yesterday. After that, he was featured in 2 Good Fight episodes. Ron Howard, Cheryl Alley. Oscar-winning filmmaker Ron Howard, who made popular films including A Beautiful Mind and Cocoon, is married to actress Cheryl Alley. who has appeared in a number of supporting parts over the years. Her roles as the science fair organizer in Ransom and, more recently, as Nurse Vivian from the 2020 motion picture Hillbilly Elegy may still be fresh in your memory. June 7, 1975, saw the marriage of Howard and Allie. Since their wedding day, they have remained together and welcomed Bryce Dallas, the twins Jocelyn and Paige, and Reed Cross into their family. Currently, the director of Solo, A Star Wars Story, is working on a documentary called Julia, which is about Julia Child's life. Alton Brown, Elizabeth Ingram. The multifaceted celebrity Alton Brown manages many jobs in addition to raising his family with Atlanta restaurant designer Elizabeth Ingram. In addition to being a TV celebrity, the creator and presenter of many food series, such as Good Eats, is also a chef, cinematographer, actor, musician, and best-selling author of culinary cookbooks. Brown initially connected with Ingram during his 2016 Everyday Cook signing, a year after he and his first wife's divorce was signed in 2015. The couple dated until April 2018, at which point they were engaged. Their September 2018 wedding was announced on his Instagram account. He and his estranged wife have a daughter together, and they own 2 dogs. Paula Deen, Michael Groover. American chef and author Paula Deen has achieved great success in the culinary field and is recognized with 15 volumes. Along with running Paula Deen's Creek House, the television personality and Fox & Friends star manages her restaurant, The Lady and Sons, with her 2 sons. She is wed to Michael Groover, a tugboat captain who resides in Savannah Port, Georgia, with her. Since their 2004 wedding, despite the fact that she is 9 years older, the pair has supported and cared for one another. From their 2 prior marriages, they each had 4 children. They were married at Savannah's Bethesda Academy, and a 2004 Food Network program documented their wedding. Duff Goldman, Jonna Colbury. When it's right, you should act on it, like pastry chef Duff Goldman did when he asked Jonna Colbury to marry him. In April 2018, without a proposal wand, he made do with butcher's twine and tied it around her fingers after taking a shower. According to her Instagram account, Colbury is a writer. She first connected with the Duff Takes the Cake actress on Tinder in 2016. In January 2019, the parents of 1 child and an 18-year age difference tied the knot at the Los Angeles Natural History Museum. In addition, Goldman is a well-known TV personality and cookbook author. Carla Hall, Matthew Lyons. Chef Carla Hall is perhaps best known for her roles as co-host of The Chew and competitor on seasons 5 and 8 of Top Chef. Through the dating website Match.com, the TV personality met her husband, Matthew Lyons, in 2006. Her pals encouraged her to try her luck there when she was 42 years old. In an interview with Yahoo Lifestyle, Hall expressed her gratitude for meeting her spouse on the same day she signed up for the website. After seeing his wife, Lyons, a government employee of more than 20 years, told Yahoo that he instantly realized he had found his soul match. Nicole Wallace, Michael Schmidt. Senior political analyst for NBC News and MSNBC podcasts, Nicole Wallace, first came to the attention of the public in 2019 when her 14-year marriage to New York Times reporter Michael Schmidt dissolved. Notwithstanding the fact that Schmidt is a well-known American political journalist and TV personality, the details of his previous relationship are still unknown. The couple maintains a nice love connection, despite not being officially married yet. In 2020, up to 2 million people watched the MSNBC News and Politics program Deadline White House, hosted by Wallace. Michael Simon, Liz Shanahan. Chef Michael Simon and restaurateur Liz Shanahan initially crossed paths in 1990 when he was a mere 20-year-old culinary school alumnus. But 8 years later, in Cleveland's Pilgrim Church, the pair tied the knot before moving to Greenwich Village in 2017. 25 years later, the couple is still together. In addition to being a chef who has been on Iron Chef America and Food Feuds, Simon is also a TV personality and author. Shanahan, his spouse, is a vegetarian executive. The couple attributes their marriage's success to knowing when to set limits and has compared their relationship to comfort food. Emeril Lagasse, Alden Lovelace. Sometimes finding the right one takes time, and it can involve failing in some relationships along the way. That's what happened with American restaurateur and celebrity chef Emeril Lagasse, who had his first 2 marriages fail. He met and married his 3rd wife, Alden Lovelace, in May 2000. Lovelace is a real estate broker, entrepreneur, Fad Line owner, and mother of 2 with Lagasse, while he also is a cookbook author, TV personality, and National Best Recipe Award winner. The couple, who have lived in Destin, Florida since 2011, attributes their over 2 decades of marriage to being friends and supporters of one another. Michael Jordan, Yvette Prieto. Being considered the best basketball player of all time has several benefits. For Michael Jordan, it translates to a ton of respect and $2.2 billion in financial gain. It also entails carrying a gorgeous woman on your arm. Although it certainly doesn't hurt, Jordan could have met and married Cuban-American model Yvette Prieto even if he hadn't been named the greatest of all time. The two have identical twin children and were married in April 2013. In addition, he had 3 children before marriage, one of which was Jasmine, his daughter, who became a grandpa in 2019. Maureen Blumhardt, Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, a former NBA great who is now a sports broadcaster, married Maureen Blumhardt, a former model and philanthropist. She gained notoriety via her philanthropic activities and partnerships with nonprofits like the Fresh Start Women's Foundation. Together, Barkley and Blumhardt have a single daughter. Barkley, a former NBA MVP who now appears on Inside the NBA and NBA on ESPN, was a player with the Philadelphia 76ers, Phoenix Suns, and Houston Rockets. He was highlighted in the 2021 documentaries Vince Carter Legacy and the NBA on TNT. Kyrie Irving, Marlene Wilkerson. Basketball player Kyrie Irving is very exceptional when it comes to the game. Perhaps this is because of all the love and support he receives from his fiancée, Marlene Wilkerson, as well as from fans and family. Wilkerson and Irving are said to have been together since 2018. Together, the couple has experienced highs and lows, with the birth of their kid being their happiest memory. They also went through a low point for Irving when, as a result of his non-compliance with rules, he was benched for most of the NBA's 2021-22 season. Positively, it allowed him to spend more time with his family in 2022. Kendall Jenner, Devin Booker. The first time Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker were seen together was in the summer of 2020, according to People magazine. Naturally, we can't help but believe that something strange is happening anytime we see an NBA player and a model hanging around. They went one step further and shared Instagram stories together on Valentine's Day in 2021. But neither the shooting guard for the Phoenix Suns nor the well-known influencer have really discussed their connection in public yet. But we have to agree, they seem like the ideal fit. Currently, Kendall's main priority is the introduction of her 818 tequila brand. Aaron Rodgers, Shailene Woodley. The purported romance between NFL player Aaron Rodgers and Big Little Lies actor Shailene Woodley has to be among the most talked about ones right now. According to the Therese Owens website, the Divergent actress split from former NASCAR driver Danica Patrick in July 2020, and immediately after, she began dating the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. Patrick reportedly introduced Rodgers and Woodley. The 37-year-old athlete and the first female winner of an IndyCar championship race dated for 2 years before their relationship soured. Despite their 8-year age difference, neither Woodley nor Rodgers have acknowledged their relationship. Troy Aikman, Catherine Moody. Troy Aikman was dating Rhonda Worthy before meeting Catherine Kappa Moody. It was said that Aikman's 2016 reunion with Moody was his first committed relationship since his 2011 divorce. In September 2017, the former quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys married Moody after proposing while on vacation in Italy. The intimate wedding took place in Santa Barbara's Montecito. While currently the three-time Super Bowl winner provides Fox Sports commentary, Moody now operates a mobile boutique and retail business. Fans' responses to the New York Post's claim around the end of 2020 that Aikman wasn't pleased with the Cowboys' present situation were divided. Russell Wilson, Ciara. Celebrity vocalist Ciara is wed to quarterback Russell Wilson of the Seattle Seahawks. Ciara described Wilson as someone she connected with right away and described as having a new kind of love during a Red Table Talk episode. In April 2015, the well-known pair announced their romance to the world. The singer of the Goodies and her 7-time Pro Bowl companion tied the knot on July 6, 2016. They were married in Cheshire, England at Peckforton Castle. Wynn Harrison was born on July 23, 2020, and Sienna Princess Wilson was born on April 29, 2017. Along with her ex-boyfriend, rapper Future, Ciara also had another kid, Future Zahir. Terry Bradshaw, Tammy Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw was able to find permanent residence a long time after ending his NFL career with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We say so because he had experienced 3 unsuccessful marriages before then. But he began dating Tammy in 1999, and the two haven't stopped since. Tammy was familiar with what it meant to go through a divorce, just like him. It makes sense why they delayed their marriage. They lived together and dated for about 15 years, and in July 2014, they tied the knot. Terry was last seen on television in a 2021 episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show. Tony Gonzalez, October Gonzalez. Before Tony Gonzalez got down on one knee and proposed, they had 4 happy years of dating. The celeb's suburb website claims that since Tony was experiencing facial paralysis from Bell's palsy at the time, it also occurred very unconditionally. October said yes, nevertheless. October was working as a server at the pub where they met, and it seemed that she didn't know who Tony was. Considering that he had already spent a few seasons playing for the Kansas City Chiefs at that point, it was very unexpected. After that, they had 2 kids and adopted 1. Tony will appear in the MVP movie in 2021. Michael Strahan, Kaylee Quick. Michael Strahan has been secretly seen with Kaylee Quick for about 6 years, but they haven't revealed any information to the public. Naturally, given that Strahan has previously experienced 2 divorces, we are not shocked. They seem to get along well, however. As to the Player's Bio website, Quick was once employed as a dancer. She was arrested for breaking into a relative's home when she was younger, but it seems like she has moved on from it already. Since leaving the New York Giants, Strahan has been anchoring Good Morning America in the interim. We anticipate seeing him in the MPV documentary in 2021. Kathy Lee Gifford, Randy Kronk. Since 1970, Kathy Lee Gifford has been a familiar face on television. One of the most renowned broadcasters of our time, Gifford captivated audiences for 15 years on Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, and then for 11 years on The Today Show. The former NFL halfback, Frank Gifford, who was married to the Paris-born presenter in 1986, sadly passed away in 2015. Gifford disclosed her relationship with Randy Kronk in 2020. Kronk is president of a subsidiary of Nationwide Insurance and has been divorced twice. According to online rumors, they started dating in July 2019. Kelly Ripa, Mark Consuelos. Critics consider Live Kelly and Ryan anchor Kelly Ripa to be among the most significant media figures in the world. For 24 years, the creator of Milojo Productions has been blissfully married to Mark Consuelos. Spanish immigrant Consuelos came to live in the U.S. Most people would undoubtedly recognize him from Riverdale and All My Children, where he and Ripa first connected, in addition to his many roles. They are parents to 3 children, Joaquin, 17, Lola, 19, and Michael, 23. According to Variety, the famous couple will soon launch an All My Children spin-off. Carmelo Anthony, Lala Anthony. NBA small forward Carmelo Anthony, who was born in Brooklyn, met Alani Nicole Lala Vasquez in 2003, and it was love at first sight. They were engaged after a few months of courting, and their son Kyan was born in 2007. Then Anthony and his radio personality partner tied the knot in July 2010. However, the NBA All-Star had a tumultuous relationship in 2012. Lala and Anthony separated and resumed the relationship as a result of several more accusations of infidelity from both sides. The MTV star and previous Athlete of the Year have been placed into quarantine together in 2020. Tucker Carlson, Susan Andrews. Tucker Carlson, the anchor of Fox News, and his spouse, Susan Andrews, have been married for over 30 years. People magazine states that Carlson and Andrews met while they were adolescents and both students at St. George's Private School in Rhode Island. During his interview, Carlson even referred to her as the prettiest 10th grader in America. The pair were married in 1991 and have had 4 kids together since then. Since 2016, the anchor of Tucker Carlson Tonight has maintained his enduring popularity. With an average of 5.3 million viewers, his program surpassed all other cable news programs in America in 2020. Erin Burnett, David Rubalata. It's understandable why Erin Burnett, the anchor of CNN's Erin Burnett Out Front, is regarded as one of the industry's most esteemed journalists. She has gained the public's affection with her no-nonsense demeanor and thorough examination of problems. Given her popularity on film, it makes sense that she is also enjoying a fulfilling personal life. She has been married to David Rubalata since 2012. The couple didn't get engaged until 2011, although they did meet on a blind date in 2004. Erin and David seem to have made the right decision in waiting, as the relationship appears to be stronger than ever. Megyn Kelly, Douglas Brunt. This is renowned journalist Megyn Kelly's love story, which began with a traumatic divorce and ended with a blind date that left both people utterly enamored with one another. After going on a blind date in 2006, the former NBC anchor and her husband, Douglas Brunt, fell deeply in love with one another. 2 years later, they were married. Since then, the couple has remained together and raised their 3 children while constantly encouraging one another's ambitions. Kelly and Brunt seem to be happier than ever, so it appears that Cupid prevailed this time. Chris Cuomo, Christina Grievin Cuomo. In 2001, CNN's Chris Cuomo wed Christina Grievin Cuomo, a health guru. The governor of New York's son resided on Long Island and has been blissfully married for 19 years. The journalist's hometown of Southampton is home to the Sacred Hearts of Jesus and Mary Catholic Church, where Chris and Christina exchanged vows. These days, the Cuomos are a family of 5. Bella is their oldest kid, Mario Jr. is their middle child, and Carolina is their youngest. Both the wife of the Cuomo primetime news presenter and the editor-in-chief of The Purist had COVID-19 in 2020, but they have since recovered. Keith Urban, Nicole Kidman. Since first meeting at the 2005 Good Day USA Gala event, multi-platinum recording artist Keith Urban and Academy Award-winning actress Nicole Kidman have been profoundly in love. On Kidman's 38th birthday, Urban proposed after they had been dating for a few months. The well-known pair had already become husband and wife by June 2006. A star-studded guest list, including Hugh Jackman, Russell Crowe, and Naomi Watts, attended their wedding on Sydney's clifftop. After over 14 years of marriage, Kidman finally revealed the key to their contented union. The bombshell actress said to InStyle in 2020 that saying farewell and hello with a kiss keeps them linked. Michelle Pfeiffer, David E. Kelly. Some claim that blind dating is a fad. They claim it never works out. Tell that to some of the cutest couples in Hollywood. Among such couples are writer David E. Kelly and actress Michelle Pfeiffer. Following a blind date, they went on dinner dates and movie evenings for 10 months before being married in November 2003. When they were married, Pfeiffer was already underway adopting a kid. She carried ahead with the adoption, having the infant baptized on their wedding day. After their wedding, Pfeiffer gave birth to a biological kid a year later. Pfeiffer is now shooting her scenes for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which comes out in 2023. Kim Basinger, Mitch Stone. There is a large list of suspected partners for Kim Basinger. She did, however, marry two of them in spite of her notoriety. These were actor Alec Baldwin and hairdresser Ron Snyder. It seems like Basinger has finally settled down, even if none of their relationships ended well. Since 2014, she has been dating Mitch Stone, a stylist. At least, this was the moment they announced their romance to the world. Despite moving in together and wearing identical gold rings, they haven't announced their intention to be married. Her most recent appearance was in the 2020 short film Mew Mew Icons. Tom Selleck, Jelly Mac. Star of Magnum P.I., Tom Selleck fell in love in London in 1983 while shooting Lassiter. In an interview with People, he describes how he became fond of the musical Cats by repeatedly seeing Jelly Mac, who played Rumpelteazer, dance on stage. A chance meeting turned into a lifetime of passion, and in August 1987, Selleck and Mac tied the knot. The three men and a baby actor also had an adoptive son called Kevin from a previous marriage, although they only have one daughter together, Hannah Margaret. Selleck's Blue Bloods television series is still running strong, and an 11th season is planned. Alec Baldwin, Hilaria Thomas. The Baldwins are now a family of 7, despite having only been together for 7 years. When Hilaria Thomas and Alec Baldwin first met in 2011, they clicked right away. They got hitched by June of that year, 2012. Since then, the family has expanded to include Eduardo, Romeo, Raphael, Carmen, and Leonardo. Thomas has publicly discussed their 2 devastating miscarriages, as People and several other publications have documented. Only a few months after a miscarried attempt, Eduardo, their youngest kid and 5th child, was born. More lightheartedly, Alec appears with Bella Thorne and Malin Ackerman in the 2020 movie Chick Fight. Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson. When fans learned that Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson had both caught the coronavirus in March 2020, they were devastated. Thankfully, the resilient couple, who have been wed for 30 years, has now recovered. As soon as 16-year-old Hanks saw Wilson in The Brady Bunch, he developed a crush on her. Years later, the two crossed paths on the Bosom Buddies set, and they subsequently performed together as volunteers in 1985. When Three Amigos debuted in 1986, their connection became well known. The gifted celebrity couple was married in April 1988, 2 years after their engagement. Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Garner. Following their 2-year relationship breakup in 2020, there have been several reports claiming that Jennifer Garner has been dating Bradley Cooper. Harper Bazaar's claims that they had even been sighted together on a beach in Malibu. Jennifer and Bradley are no strangers to dedication. After all, Garner has 3 kids, whereas Cooper only has 1 daughter from his previous relationship. They haven't formally declared their relationship as of yet. Nevertheless, Cooper is now getting ready to appear in Bernstein and Nightmare Alley, among other movies, in 2021. Meanwhile, Garner just performed on Yes Day. Dolly Parton, Carl Thomas Dean. Dolly Parton has been well known to us for a while now. Her first album, Hello, I'm Dolly, was published in 1967. Aside from her passion for country music, her beloved husband, Carl Thomas Dean, was the one constant in her life even prior to then. Oprah Mag claims that Parton met Dean in Nashville when she was barely 18 years old. I think most of us have never seen him since he isn't as fond of the limelight. But Dolly has never ceased being under the influence. 2020 saw the publication of her most recent CD, A Holly Dolly Christmas. Matthew McConaughey, Camila Alves. Matthew McConaughey almost pursued a career in law. However, he chose to become an actor instead of a lawyer, since his private education was expensive for the family and he had little interest in practicing law. In a movie, A Time to Kill, at least, he got to portray a lawyer. In addition, he has been wed to model Camila Alves for 8 years. The two have been dating since 2006. They have 2 kids and a daughter, and were married at a secret Catholic wedding in Texas. In the animated musical Sing 2, McConaughey will play Buster Moon once again. Kourtney Kardashian, Travis Barker. Despite having begun as friends, Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker quickly moved on to a more serious relationship. Due to their intense privacy, neither of them has revealed the much-awaited specifics of how their relationship began. Nevertheless, Kourtney announced to her 114 million Instagram followers in February 2021 that they are now in a relationship. She accomplished this by sharing a photo of them holding hands on social media and a statement about how they've transitioned from being friends to a relationship. Travis was Blink-182's former drummer, while Kourtney just debuted her Poosh website, which includes an online store and a lifestyle blog. Michael B. Jordan, Lori Harvey. On Thanksgiving in 2020, Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey were seen having dinner in Salt Lake City, which sparked rumors that they were dating. They just disclosed their relationship status in January, according to Glamour. They have been rising the ranks ever since to become our favorite celebrity pair. Even Lori's father, Steve Harvey, is in favor of their relationship and is still closely monitoring him, just as any other parent would. As a token of his appreciation for Lori, Michael B. Jordan purchased stocks on Hermes. Acting has contributed to his $25 million net worth. He'll be in the What If series in 2021. Nicole Scherzinger, Tom Evans. Nicole Scherzinger likely believed that judging the X Factor would be a fantastic way to further her career when she first began doing so. She had no idea that it would introduce her to Tom Evans, her devoted companion. Following their 2020 disclosure of their romance, they have been inundating their Instagram pages with adorable photos of themselves together. Their first red carpet event together was at a Golden Globes after-party in January 2020, according to Us magazine. Since then, they have even been seen together home searching. They don't seem to have decided on a home yet, however. Nicole is valued at over $14 million on her own. Lady Gaga, Michael Polanski. According to Harper's Bazaar, Lady Gaga and Michael Polanski have been formally dating since the 2020 Super Bowl weekend. We can't help but want to learn more about Gaga's partner's life, especially considering her A-list celebrity status. He turns out to be a really fascinating character. After earning his degree from Harvard, he is employed by the Parker Foundation as an executive director. He has supported Gaga all the way through the Chromatica album's release. Lady Gaga is anticipated to embark on a summer 2021 tour with the Chromatica Ball. Lana Del Rey, Clayton Johnson. It was revealed toward the end of 2020 that Lana Del Rey had become engaged. People have naturally been curious about Lana's life because she has been so discreet about it for the duration of her fame. It turns out that she and her fiancé have the same interest in music. Clayton Johnson is his name. It was evident that Lana was wearing a ring when Johnson shared a couple's photo of themselves on his Instagram account, even though neither has officially verified the rumors. She has also said that, in 2021, Chemtrails Above the Country Club, her next record, will be released. Chris Harrison, Lauren Zima. Since Chris Harrison has over 1.3 million Instagram followers, it's safe to assume that any one of them is already aware of his connection with Lauren Zima. They reportedly first bonded in 2018, but didn't make it public until a year later, according to Oprah Mag. Zima produces a program called Roses and Rosé on Entertainment Tonight, in addition to working as a producer there. Her program, which Harrison has been presenting since 2002, is naturally about Bachelor. In addition, he has produced spin-offs such as Listen to Your Heart, The Bachelorette, and others. Harrison is now valued at over $25 million. In 2012, he filed for divorce from Gwen Harrison, his former spouse. Rebel Wilson, Jacob Bush. You may really confuse Rebel Wilson and Adam Devine for a genuine relationship since they have been together so often on television, most notably on Pitch Perfect and Isn't It Romantic? That is untrue, however, since Rebel Wilson has been dating businessman Jacob Bush and appears to prefer males who are a little smoother than Devine. According to reports, Wilson has gradually introduced Bush to her Instagram followers, and the two have been dating since 2019. Their relationship has reportedly been informal. They debuted on the red carpet during the Monaco 2020 Planetary Health Gala. Wilson will play the lead role in The Almond and the Seahorse, a forthcoming movie. Demi Moore, Masha Manzuka. Demi Moore seems to have a pretty good grip on ending relationships. It goes without saying that her marriage to Bruce Willis ended when she started seeing Ashton Kutcher. However, once the younger guy left her, it really got to her, and she even expressed sorrow over having shared their bed with another lady while they were married. It seems that she is now out and about with another lady. Masha Manzuka, a stylist from Serbia, is the lady in question. It seems that they have been dating since 2016, and Demi treats Masha's kid almost like a mother. Her most recent appearance was in the Fendi Haute Couture Spring-Summer 2021 short film. Mika Brzezinski, Joe Scarborough. Renowned journalist Mika Brzezinski and her husband, Joe Scarborough, met and fell in love at MSNBC, a quintessential example of a romance in the workplace. On Mika's 50th birthday in 2017, Joe proposed to her and the pair became engaged. A year later, they said their vows in a modest private wedding. Even though they had previously been married, it didn't stop them from discovering love. If this isn't the epitome of relationship goals, we don't know what is. The two seem pleased and happy presenting the Morning Joe program together. Cole Tucker, Vanessa Hudgens. Actress Vanessa Hudgens and baseball player Cole Tucker of the Pittsburgh Pirates were originally reported to be dating in January 2021 after photos of the two cuddling on New Year's Eve emerged. A few months later, Hutchins spoke candidly about how they met over a Zoom video chat during a meditation session that was spontaneous yet nice. Hutchins has been in high-profile relationships before, including ones with Zac Efron and Austin Butler. The High School Musical actress may have required her new romance to start randomly and serendipitously. The premiere debate of Hutchins' next musical drama, Tick, Tick, Boom, is set for May 2021. Danica Patrick, Carter Comstock. Following their breakup with Aaron Rodgers, Danica Patrick seemed to have discovered her true love. The Freshly co-founder, Carter Comstock, the new love of the NASCAR racer, has her beaming. Patrick claims that Comstock is the ideal mate she has always imagined. According to reports, the two spend hours conversing and discussing ideas while lounging on the sofa. They also have a love for travel. Over the course of 4 months, as investors in the startup Beam, they saw their friendship progressively grow. Currently, Patrick hosts her weekly podcast, Pretty Intense, which can be found on Google Podcasts. Olivia Munn, Tucker Roberts. Sadly, this pair broke up before the end of 2019, but admirers are still holding out hope for a reconciliation. When Olivia Munn and Tucker Roberts were seen holding hands on a shopping trip in Los Angeles in late 2018, there were initial rumors that the two were dating. The actress from X-Men Apocalypse subsequently said that getting married or having children wasn't at the top of her priority list. Munn presently looks after her 2 dogs, so she got a sneak peek at what a demanding job raising a baby would be. Aleppo, Munn's latest film, tells the story of a family that has been destroyed by bombings and terrorists. Josh Duhamel, Audra Mari. Josh Duhamel's new girlfriend, Audra Mari, may be quickly written off by many readers considering his past relationships with attractive women such as pop sensation Fergie and Mexican stunner Isa Gonzalez. Mari, an American model and TV anchor, is more than just that, however. She has won Miss World America and Miss World in addition to being a previous Miss Teen USA and Miss USA. After being acquainted for the first time in May 2019, Duhamel and Mari made their relationship official in October of the same year. The much-awaited action series Jupiter's Legacy, starring the 48-year-old actor, will debut in May 2021. Serena Williams, Alexis Ohanian. While enjoying breakfast at the Cavalieri Hotel in Rome, Serena Williams met Alexis Ohanian, the man who would become her husband by chance. By coincidence, he was also at her Italian Open later that day, and he even flew out to see her when she invited him to the French Open. They fell in love after roaming through French streets for 6 hours. Beyoncé, Kim Kardashian West, and Kelly Rowland were among the celebrities who attended the couple's star-studded wedding in November 2017. In addition to her prowess on the tennis court, Williams represents brands including J.P. Morgan Chase, Lincoln, Aston Martin, and Beats by Dre. Mike Fisher, Carrie Underwood. In 2007, at one of Carrie Underwood's performances, the country singer met former NHL player Mike Fisher backstage. Underwood wasn't all that interested in a long-distance romance when they first met. On her bassist's prodding, she reluctantly consented to see him backstage during a performance. The American Idol winner was swept off her feet by the Ottawa Senators hockey player in a whirlwind affair. The two were engaged in 2009 and tied the knot the following year. In July 2021, Underwood is expected to play on the second day of the three-day Twin Cities Summer Jam music event. Tony Romo, Candace Crawford. While interning with the Dallas Cowboys, Candace Crawford, an aspiring television broadcaster, met NFL quarterback Tony Romo in an interview. In 2009, he moved on, and the two began dating in earnest. 2 years later, in front of 600 guests, Romo married the 2008 Miss Missouri USA beauty pageant winner in 2011. Over their 10 years of dating, the two have created a lovely family and house, and they have 3 sons, Hawkins, Rivers, and Jones. Romo stopped playing football in the fourth quarter of 2016 and moved into broadcasting and analysis. He just linked a multi-year contract with CBS that would pay him $17 million a year. Peyton Manning, Ashley Manning. Peyton Manning, the former NFL quarterback, got married to Ashley via their next-door neighbor, who arranged the couple's introduction. After that, the two were in a long-distance relationship. Ashley was enrolled at the University of Virginia, while Manning was in Tennessee on a football scholarship. The pair were married on St. Patrick's Day in 2001, and in 2011, they produced twins, Marshall and Mosley. After a stellar 18-year pro career, Manning was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2021 and had a cameo in a Frito-Lay Super Bowl commercial. Kurt Russell, Goldie Hawn. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn celebrated their 37th year of dating in 2020, but it's not being reported that they have any plans to get married. Hawn met the Tombstone star in 1966, but they didn't begin dating until 1983 after their respective unsuccessful marriages. Even now, some 40 years later, their love is still very strong. Just in time for the 2020 holiday season, Netflix's The Christmas Chronicles Part 2 features Russell with his adored spouse. This year, the well-known pair revealed in interviews that they really had no plans to tie the knot. Kevin James, Stefani de la Cruz. Kevin James is a contented spouse who has dedicated himself to his spouse, Stefania de la Cruz, for an extended period of time. As to country living, they had a blind date and met in 2001. The pair had lived together for some time by 2003 before being engaged. They were married the next year. James and de la Cruz are now the happy parents of a boy and 2 girls. No matter how busy his schedule becomes, the Kevin Can Wait actor is said to try to visit everywhere with his kids and be there. This makes him one loving parent. Gladys Knight, William McDowell. Gladys Knight, a soul singer, seems to have struck it fortunate 4 times when she married guitarist William McDowell in 2001. The pair was married in secret and is still happy together after 19 years of marriage. Video from the 1969 Harlem Cultural Festival will be shown at the 2021 Sundance Film Festival in the soon-to-be-streamed movie Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Could Not Be Televised. In a video not seen in more than 50 years, eager fans will get to witness Knight and a variety of musicians, including B.B. King and Mahalia Jackson.
If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon